July 5th, little quick lunchtime reflection for Taigong's 6 secret teachings, the army's strategy. We're in Dragon Secret Teaching, Chapter 3. King Wu asked Taigong, "What are the principles behind attacking?" Taigong answered, "Attacking strategy should be determined by the enemy's dynamics. Changes emerge from the confrontation between both sides. Unconventional tactics come from the infinite wisdom and thoughts of the general. The most important military secrets cannot be revealed. The deployment of the troops cannot be spoken of. The most important secrets can only be hidden in the heart. The key affairs of the army cannot be exposed to the enemy. The deployment of troops is unpredictable. If the enemy knows your plan or discovers your movements, they will plot against you. If the enemy works out your pattern, you will be in danger. The true experts win before good armies are depleted. Those who are good at eliminating disaster will eradicate danger before it occurs. Those who excel at battles can win before the enemy has appeared. The ultimate victory is achieved without military forces. Those who achieve victory with blades and struggles to the death are not great generals. Those who set up defenses after they have been defeated are not wise. Those who have the same wisdom as ordinary people cannot be regarded as teachers of the nation. Those who have the same skills as ordinary people cannot be considered as artisans of the nation. Deployment is the key to victory. Now, I'll just stop right there. Deployment is the key to victory, which essentially means take action. Quit thinking about it and go do it. The doers win. Deployment is the key to victory. Secrets are the key to battle. Unpredictability is the key to movement and tactics. If you want to attain victory before the battle, you should show your weakness first and then attack. It will yield twice the result with half the effort. The sage observes the changes of heaven and earth. He studies the law of the sun and moon, the changes of the seasons, and the length of the day and night to deduce the general pattern of the creation. Life and death come from the changes of heaven and earth. If a general goes into battle without first ascertaining the situation, even with an enormous army, he is destined to be defeated. The general who is good in command will not be confused by false appearances. He will advance when the timing is right and retreat when there is no possibility of victory. Do not fear. Do not hesitate. In military deployment, he who hesitates is lost. The greatest failure in military affairs is doubt. So, again, I highlighted that because we're just talking about deployment. We're talking about action. He who hesitates is lost. You have to just go and do and figure it out as you go. And you can't doubt yourself. An experienced general does not let go of any advantageous situation or hesitate when presented with an opportunity. Otherwise, disaster occurs. A wise general will strike with lightning, rapidly and powerfully. Those who obstruct him will be defeated. Those who get too near will be destroyed. Who can defend against this type of army? A general who has great confidence without revealing his secrets is spirit-like. He who grasps the situation instantly is wise. If he masters the law of the spirit and wisdom, no opponents can fight him on equal terms. No country will dare to challenge him. King Wu said, "This is brilliant." The unconventional army. King Wu asked Taigong, "What are the principles for employing the troops?" Taigong answered, "The great generals of ancient times did not attack from heaven or from below earth. Their success lay in unpredictable military strategy. Those who achieved it thrived, those who did not failed. When two armies opposed each other, they unloaded armor and weapons, released troops, and created chaos to deceive the enemy. They occupied lush terrain to conceal their retreats. They used dangerous valleys to attack with a limited number of soldiers. Downs and marshlands were used to stop the enemy's chariots and cavalry. Narrow passes and mountain forests were used for concealing troop movements. Open and wide terrain was used for attacking directly with courage and strength. If you are as swift as an arrow and as strong as a crossbow, you can disrupt the enemy's tactics. Setting up traps, employing unconventional troops, and performing acts of deception are used to attack the enemy and capture their general. Attack from 4 directions to break the enemy's circular and square formations. Attack while the enemy are in panic and fear and no one can overcome 10. Attack while the enemy are in panic and fear, and 1 can overcome 10. Attack the enemy while they are fatigued and encamped, and 10 can overcome 100. Build bridges and boats with exceptional skills to cross deep waters and large rivers. Use crossbows and long-reaching weapons for battle on water. set borders and send scouts to occupy the enemy's territories, make noises by drumming to disturb and confuse the enemy, take action on stormy nights to strike the front and the rear, pretend to be enemy emissaries to cut off their supply channels, use the enemy's commands and wear their uniforms to prepare for their retreat, motivate the troops with talks of righteousness to boost morale, grant titles and rewards to encourage the troops to commit, strict punishments force the weary troops to persevere, use joy and anger, reward and punishment, courtesy and dignity, slowness and swiftness to coordinate the army's actions. I love how that he just says like the yin yang of all of those: joy, anger, reward, punishment, courtesy, dignity, slowness, swiftness to coordinate the army's actions. You use all of those things. You use the give and the take. You go with the flow. You're not just forcing swift action. Occupy high and open terrain to guard and defend. Protect narrow passes to stabilize the defenses. Occupy deep forests to conceal the troops' actions. Dig deep moats, build high walls, and store sufficient supplies for long-term battle. In this way, if a general does not understand strategies, he cannot lead the army into war. If he does not know how to divide and employ troops, he does not know how to gain an unconventional victory. If he does not grasp the meaning of order and chaos, he does not know how to adjust according to changing circumstances. Okay, again, you have to know and grasp the meaning of order and chaos in order so that you can adjust according to changing circumstances. If the general is not benevolent, his troops will not support him. You have to be a good general. You have to be a good leader. If the general is not brave, his troops cannot fight with vigor. If the general is not intelligent, his troops will have fears and doubts. If the general is not shrewd, his troops will be defeated. If the general is not thorough, he will miss great opportunities. If the general is not alert, his troops will neglect defense. If the general is not strong, his troops will be derelict in their duties. If the general dominates the army is ordered with him, and they are chaotic without him. A wise and capable general will ensure a thriving army. Without a general, the army and the state will perish. King Wu said, "Well said," which will take us into the 5 notes on the next reflection. So please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next one.